For 10,000 years, every child in the galaxy learned the same story. The first civilization had vanished. According to the official galactic archives, the creators of hyperspace gates, quantum reactors, and stellar communication networks had disappeared millions of years before any modern empire was born. Their homeworld had been erased from every map, every database, and every memory. The lesson was repeated in every school, every academy, and every military institution. The first civilization is gone. Their secrets are lost forever. No one questioned it, until the signal arrived. At exactly 3:17 Galactic Standard Time, every military observatory in known space detected the same impossible transmission. It wasn't a distress call. It wasn't a weapon. It was older than the stars surrounding it. The transmission carried no language, no coordinates, and no identifiable technology. Instead, it contained one impossible message hidden inside an ancient mathematical sequence. Origin world found silence spread across the galaxy. Within minutes, scientists from thousands of civilizations confirmed the same horrifying fact. The signal had been traveling through space for nearly 12 million years. Which meant, someone had sent it before the oldest civilization in the galaxy even existed. Emergency meetings erupted everywhere. The Galactic Council gathered inside its massive orbital chamber above the capital world of Asterion Prime. Thousands of representatives filled the circular hall. No one spoke. The holographic display floated above the chamber, repeating the same glowing words. Origin World Found Council Chancellor Valor finally broke the silence. Locate the source. The galaxy's most advanced quantum computers searched every known sector. Nothing. Then suddenly, a hidden star system appeared. Not because it had moved. Because it had never existed inside the official star maps. Every archive, every navigation database, every military record, all of them had been altered thousands of years ago. Someone had intentionally erased an entire solar system from galactic history. The room became completely silent. One elderly historian whispered words that froze everyone. Someone wanted us to forget. The forgotten system contained 8 planets, 1 yellow star, countless ancient satellites, and 1 small blue world. Designation: Earth. Nobody recognized the name. The planet possessed no galactic embassy, no registered civilization, no trade routes, no military presence. According to modern records, it wasn't important, yet the ancient signal pointed directly toward it. Within hours, dozens of exploration fleets departed. Scientists dreamed of discovering lost technology. Corporations imagined infinite wealth. Military leaders prepared for possible danger. No one expected resistance. After all, how dangerous could one forgotten planet be? 3 weeks later, the expedition entered the Sol system. What they found confused everyone. There were cities, satellites, orbital stations, primitive starships. The inhabitants called themselves humans. The exploration fleet laughed. This, one captain couldn't hide his disappointment. This is the legendary Origin world. Human ships still used chemical rockets for some operations. Many spacecraft looked almost antique compared to modern galactic cruisers. No giant battle fleets, no planet-sized weapons, no impossible technology. The greatest mystery in galactic history looked ordinary. Council scientists landed peacefully. Human governments welcomed them. The world celebrated first contact. Television broadcasts covered every moment. Children waved at alien visitors. Reporters called it the greatest day in human history. President Eleanor Hayes personally greeted the expedition. "We welcome you to Earth." The alien delegates smiled politely. Internally, they were already preparing reports describing humanity as an insignificant young civilization. During the following days, researchers explored Earth's museums, universities, and historical archives. Everything seemed normal. Human civilization appeared only a few thousand years old. Nothing connected them to the legendary first civilization. Until a junior archaeologist named Lyra entered an underground museum beneath the Egyptian desert. She almost ignored one damaged stone door hidden behind restoration equipment. Ancient symbols covered its surface. Symbols she had seen before. Inside classified galactic archive files. Her heart stopped. Those symbols belong to the first civilization. Impossible. She scanned the wall. The translation appeared instantly. We were here first. Lyra's hands began shaking. She reported the discovery immediately. Senior scientists dismissed her findings. It must be coincidence. She refused to accept that answer. So she searched deeper. The underground chamber extended far beneath the desert. Ancient mechanisms still functioned after millions of years. No power source. No visible machines. Yet glowing blue lights slowly awakened as she approached. As though they had been waiting. Suddenly, the floor vibrated. Ancient projectors activated one by one. A gigantic holographic map filled the chamber. Not of Earth, of the entire Milky Way. Thousands of stars illuminated simultaneously. One after another. Then a voice echoed through the darkness. Calm, ancient, human, civilization archive online. Every alien scientist froze. The computer continued, awaiting authorization from surviving citizens of Earth. No one breathed. Surviving citizens. Before anyone could react, every light inside the chamber turned toward the humans standing nearby. The system ignored every alien lifeform completely. A beam scanned President Hayes. Nothing. Another human soldier. Nothing. A museum guide. Nothing. Then, an elderly janitor quietly cleaning dust from the floor looked up in confusion as a soft golden light surrounded him. The AI spoke again. Its voice carried something that sounded almost relief. Genetic verification complete. Everyone stared at the old man. He blinked. I don't understand. The AI answered. Welcome home, Commander Nathaniel Carter. The room exploded into chaos. Scientists shouted. Military officers reached for weapons. President Hayes looked at the old janitor with complete disbelief. Nathaniel slowly stepped backward. There must be some mistake. The hologram disagreed. A second scan illuminated the chamber. Ancient symbols appeared across the walls. Hidden doors opened. Machines older than recorded history awakened one after another. Then the AI delivered a sentence that would change the galaxy forever. The first human civilization has remained hidden for 12,417 years. Silence. Absolute silence. Every alien present felt the same terrifying realization. The first civilization had never disappeared. It had been Earth. The underground chamber fell completely silent. No one moved. No one even dared to breathe. The ancient AI had spoken only one sentence. The first human civilization has remained hidden for 12,417 years. For centuries, the Galactic Council had taught that the first civilization vanished before history began. But the impossible truth stood in front of them. The first civilization had never vanished. It had simply become humanity. Council scientists immediately contacted Asterion Prime. Within minutes, every member of the Galactic Council watched a live transmission from Earth. At first, most believed it was a malfunction. Others accused the expedition of fabricating evidence. Then the AI spoke again. Its voice echoed through every council chamber in the galaxy. Historical archive authorization accepted. The holographic galaxy rotated above the chamber. One by one, thousands of hidden star systems appeared. Entire regions of space blinked into existence. Gasps echoed throughout the council. For millions of years, the galaxy had been using incomplete maps. Nearly 40% of known space had been deliberately erased. The AI continued. During the Age of Expansion, humanity reached every corner of this galaxy. Ancient images filled the room. Human cities stretched across planets. Gigantic orbital rings surrounded stars. Colossal shipyards built vessels larger than moons. Alien representatives stared in horror. These ships were beyond anything the modern galaxy could construct. Then another image appeared. Human diplomats stood beside hundreds of alien species. Children from dozens of civilizations played together. Trade flourished. The galaxy had once been united. There had been no Galactic Council. No empires. Only one peaceful alliance. Humanity had led it. But what happened? Chancellor Vaylor whispered. The AI answered without emotion. Humanity chose peace. Confusion spread through the room. The answer made no sense. Then another recording began. Millions of years ago, human scientists discovered something terrifying. Beyond the edge of the Milky Way, an unknown civilization was coming. Not explorers, not traders, conquerors, an empire that consumed entire galaxies. No negotiation, no mercy. Humanity fought the invaders for centuries. Thousands of worlds were destroyed. Entire stars were sacrificed to stop them. Eventually, human commanders realized victory was impossible, unless they made an unimaginable sacrifice. Project Genesis. The AI displayed the classified file. Every human colony was evacuated. Every advanced weapon dismantled. Every archive hidden. Every hyperspace route erased. Human civilization voluntarily disappeared, not because it had been defeated, but because it wanted the younger civilizations to survive without becoming targets. The room remained frozen. Everything the galaxy believed was a lie. Humanity hadn't abandoned the stars. Humanity had protected them. The AI's voice softened. To preserve life, humanity erased its own history. President Eleanor Hayes couldn't speak. Every human in the chamber looked equally shocked. No one on Earth remembered any of this. Their ancestors had willingly started civilization from nothing. Generation after generation, the truth had become myth. Then, even the myth was forgotten. Nathaniel Carter stared at the hologram. Memories flooded his mind. Not ordinary memories. Genetic memories. Fragments passed through countless generations. He saw impossible cities, ancient fleets, friends from civilizations that no longer existed. Tears rolled down his face. I remember. The chamber went silent. I remember the stars. The AI recognized him immediately. Commander Carter, final authorization required. A glowing console rose from the floor. Nathaniel hesitated. What happens if I activate it? The AI answered. Earth's inheritance will awaken. Every council member shouted at once. Don't touch it. It could be a weapon. It could destroy us. Nathaniel looked toward President Hayes. She nodded slowly. If this truly belongs to humanity, we deserve to know. Nathaniel placed his trembling hand on the console. Nothing happened. For exactly 3 seconds. Then, the Earth itself began to vibrate. Across every continent, mountains opened. Deep beneath oceans, ancient structures rose toward the surface. In deserts, frozen wastelands, dense forests, hidden facilities awakened simultaneously. Around the moon, invisible stations suddenly appeared. Gigantic defense platforms emerged from cloaking fields. Above Mars, thousands of silent warships powered on after sleeping for over 12 million years. The entire solar system transformed. Alien scanners failed. Energy readings exceeded every known scientific limit. The forgotten system wasn't primitive. It had been asleep. Panic spread across the galaxy. Military fleets rushed toward Earth. Some feared humanity would seek revenge. Others wanted to seize the technology before anyone else. The Galactic Council ordered every available fleet into the Sol system. Thousands of warships jumped into hyperspace. They arrived, and immediately stopped. No one gave the order. No one needed to. In front of them, floating silently around the sun, were millions of ancient human warships. Not hundreds, not thousands, millions, each one larger than modern battleships. Each one carrying technology beyond imagination. None fired a single shot. None even locked weapons. They simply waited, confident, patient, unshaken. Then every communication channel in the galaxy activated. Humanity's ancient AI delivered one final message. We did not hide because we feared war. A pause. We hid because peace deserved a chance. Another pause. If you have learned to live together, our knowledge is yours. The galaxy listened. If you have not, our fleets will remain asleep. Silence filled every flagship. Every admiral lowered their weapons. Every politician understood the same truth. The strongest civilization in history had never ruled through fear. It had ruled through wisdom. Weeks later, the Galactic Council voted unanimously. The old history books were destroyed. New ones were written. Every child in the galaxy would now learn the truth. Not about a vanished civilization, but about a civilization that sacrificed everything so others could have a future. On Earth, construction began on a new monument. Not to celebrate power, But to honor the choice their ancestors had made, Nathaniel Carter stood quietly before the monument's foundation. Looking toward the stars, he smiled. They finally remembered. Far beyond the edge of the Milky Way, in the darkness between galaxies, an ancient sensor awakened. A single red light blinked. A transmission escaped into the void. Humanity has returned, and somewhere, something answered. Then the final war can begin.
Thanks for watching. If you love epic sci-fi stories and unforgettable adventures, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to HYF Sci-Fi. Join our growing community, and we'll see you in the next journey beyond the stars.